What's up, everybody? It is that time again. Time for a new unboxing, this time of the Alan Wake Limited Collector's Edition. Just came out today, exclusively for the Xbox 360. Before I get into the unboxing, I do want to talk about the fact that my Splinter Cell Conviction review is incomplete. I did post a part 1, I did not post a part 2, and that is because I did not produce a part 2. And that's because what it comes down to is this. Splinter Cell Conviction, if it's your first Splinter Cell, it's not necessarily a bad game for what it is. If you're a fan of the old Splinter Cell games, you may be disappointed. The part 2 video is going to be mostly about the multiplayer aspects of Conviction, the co-op story, and the co-op modes that are offered in the game. But the biggest failure on Ubisoft's part regarding Splinter Cell Conviction is the complete and utter disregard for the Spies vs. Mercs multiplayer community. And a lot of people, myself included, consider Spies vs. Mercs to be one of, if not the best, multiplayer experiences to ever be conceived and implemented in a game. And the fact that they just dropped it is just a complete disappointment. It was what I was looking forward to most in a new Splinter Cell, and they didn't put it in there. And I've already traded the game in. I'm done with it. And that's that. And it's one of the main reasons I picked up a new Xbox 360. I had traded a 360 in a while back. Bought it again because I knew Splinter Cell was coming out, as well as Mass Effect, and I was disappointed by both those games. But today, we have a new Xbox 360 exclusive, Alan Wake. This game has been talked about for a long time. It was announced at E3 of 2005, which is the same year that the Xbox 360 was released, in November of 2005. So there was scant information over the past few years regarding this game, but it has finally hit the shelves, and they have produced this collector's edition. We will see what's inside. By the way, this time I made sure that the audio is turned on, so this should be a normal unboxing, unlike the previous unboxing that I had to reverse for Splinter Cell Conviction. So here it is. This is the big package that it comes in. It says Limited Collector's Edition on top, a psychological action thriller. Here's the back. On the back we have some blurbs about the game: in darkness, fight with light. List the contents of the collector's edition and a few screenshots there. Let's open her up. So supposedly this is some kind of book-like case. Let's see, you can already see kind of, it looks like a book. Let's see. So let me just adjust the camera a little bit. Alright, so slips out. That's just a slip cover. And here it is. It does look like a book. It actually feels like a book. Kind of a velvety feel. It's kind of nice. So Alan Wake on the front. A little silhouette of Alan Wake on the back. Looks like a little guy in such a big black world there. Alright, and let's see how it opens up. Just like that. So, although it's disguised as a book, it doesn't actually, it's not a book. There's no pages there. Inside here is a box, and then the contents come out over here. So let's take a look. Oh, it's even signed by Alan Wake. Awesome. Might be worth something someday. Okay. Let's see what we got. So, the first thing we have is, looks like this is the, whoa, what was that? It rolled away, hold on. I don't know, some kind of holder. Alright, so this is the game case. So it's not your standard Xbox 360 game case, which is, it just doesn't close. kind of strange. Here we have the soundtrack disc, which is kind of cool that they offered us the full soundtrack of the game. I hope it's the full soundtrack. And then here we have the game disc itself. You can see some artwork there. Alan Wake shining his light in your face. Oh, this is what it was. One of these little things rolled away. Oops. And then you got a picture of a tree right there. What else comes in the box? Let's see. The Alan Wake files. Now this is actually a book. It's a hardcover book. A little slipcover, just like any hardcover book. It's kind of cool, but it's more the size of a paperback. So the Alan Wake files. It's kind of cool. They make it look like a book. Little mini reviews on the back, like you might see. And this book is 129 pages, and it's actually it's a book, like, with words. It's not necessarily an art book. There's fiction, interviews with the FBI, some documents, and a short story, I think, by Alan Wake himself. Actually kind of neat. Something like kind of put on your bookshelf. Let me take a look at this at some point. It's even got like a publisher, Roundabout Press. Alright. And then what do we have here? Alan Wake. It's just a case wrapped in plastic. I don't really know what's in here. Let's find out. See, I didn't know this was going to be in here, so I didn't actually pre-puncture the plastic like I did with the outside wrapping. Oh, why don't they just make these, like, simple? There we go. You know, like with a little peel here. Is that too much to ask in this day and age? Okay, so this is... I'm sorry, this is... Okay. This is the game. Here's a code for what will eventually be the first downloadable content. I believe this will be available in July. So it says, do not discard. Make sure you save that. Also, at GameStop, they gave me this. Don't really plan on using it. Maybe I'll check out the theme. But it's basically a free Alan Wake shirt for your avatar, be it male or female. They happen to show the male avatar there. Funny thing that it says on the back of this is, do not tear off until prompted for the code during the sign-up process, which I found rather odd. I mean, if I open this now, is the code not going to work when I actually get to that process? Kind of strange. So here's okay, so that's the disc. So in here, oh, this is a bonus disc, soundtrack bonus disc game. That's weird because I mean, this is the actual game case. Doesn't look like any 360 game I've seen. But that's what you get. You get the book, the bonus content, the game, all in this nifty book-like case. Again, signed by Mr. Alan Wake himself.